What's up guys, it's Rami Noodles here to talk about another SWG server. Now this one is unique to the era it's in. That's right, it's an NGE server. We don't really see many NGE modifications happening, but this one has me intrigued because it is a classless NGE server. Now I am a certified NGE hater.
Jerry, just remember, it's not a lie if you believe it.
But I really gotta say, this one has me hooked. So how does it work? Well, as I already said, there are no classes, sort of. The classes from the NGE exist, but all the skills are gained from the expertise tree, of which you have 135 points to spend in it. You will find all the NGE classes, plus custom-made pre-CU classes in there like Pistolier, and custom classes like Grenadier or Heavy Weapon Specialist. Because of this, people on the server are much stronger than anything you'll find on SWG Legends or vanilla NGE. Not only did they add custom class/expertise trees, they also added new jewelry sets with unique bonuses to those classes. In fact, upon logging in, you will be able to claim a no-trade shared jewelry set one time for your account. If you want the other sets, you will have to do the instances for them, which are now much easier because of the increased power everyone has attained. You're probably wondering how leveling works. It works the same as it did pre-NGE. You get weapon-specific XP for the weapon-specific trees, as well as combat XP, which you can then use on the combat skill sets, which are not specific to any weapon. Also, most abilities and procs are not limited to certain weapon types. I haven't tested them all, so I'm sure there are some limitations, but for the most part, I haven't seen any. For example, Fencer has two passive procs that apply a fire and an acid dot. Both of these work even if you're holding a ranged weapon. Let me explain my build so you can get a better understanding of how all of this works. My current main character has 2 points in Brawler for a little bit more constitution, 18 points in Marksman to meet the requirement for Heavy Weapon Specialist, and to get Ambush, which acts as an armor reduction debuff that stacks up to 5 times. 18 points in Heavy Weapon Specialist to, make my heavy weapons better. 17 points in Bounty Hunter so I can get their Shields ability, which is an extremely nice defensive and offensive cooldown. 24 points in Commando for position secured, passive damage reduction, stand fast, and more devastation procs. 14 points in Smuggler to grab the off the cuff, end of the line, and nerf herder abilities. Off the cuff makes my next ability crit, end of the line makes my next ability crit do double damage, and nerf herder makes my next ability crit also root. I then use all of this in conjunction with my 20 points in Squad Leader, which is basically Officer renamed. The abilities I grab from there are Superior Firepower, Shock Grenade, Artillery Strike, and Dioxis Grenade. And I also have 22 points in Medic to grab Doctor for big heals and big damage reduction. And that's the kind of build diversity you do not see on a regular NGE server. And I haven't even delved into what sort of jewelry sets, exotics, and 35s I'll be using either. I haven't figured that part out yet because I am no NGE aficionado, but I am actually having fun here. The class customization isn't the only thing this server does that's unique for an NGE server. Rezik, the owner and developer of the server, has also taken steps to lower inflation and try to make for a more healthy economy in the NGE. A lesson I think future NGE servers are learning after seeing the insane economic problems Legends has. Problems that will most likely only be fixed with the reworking of credit gain and sinks and then wiping the server. Only fans of Paul Krugman disagree. So what did Rezik do to lower inflation? Well, he limited the sale of junk loot to 250k per day per character and reduced all looted credits to 1 from every single NPC. After seeing Legends post about how 21.5 billion credits were generated in a single month, with over 16 billion of those credits being generated while completely AFK, I think it is more than the right move. You can still run missions for money, and also completing any instance will grant you 100k credits. It's not impossible to acquire wealth, it just won't be insane like it normally is in the NGE. Not to mention, Rezik has plans to add back some pre-NGE features, like putting putting back in enhancement items like crate tissue and accolade bones to enhance weapons, but unlike the rest of NGE weaponry, these newly crafted enhanced weapons will actually decay, keeping the economy fresh. Speaking of crate tissue, crates themselves have also been extremely buffed to deal with all the players being way stronger than normal. I suspect other certain boss mobs have been buffed as well, but I haven't checked myself. I do know that they are adding hard mode for all the heroic instances because currently they are easy breezy cover girl with how strong everyone is. One thing you haven't seen me mention yet is Jedi. Jedi is in fact in the game, but unlike regular NGE, it is not a starting class and it must be unlocked. I don't know what exactly all the Jedi changes are, but I do know that it has been significantly buffed to get back to that alpha class state it was known for prior to the NGE. Not only that, but they implemented their own version of the FRS as well. I don't know how bonuses for that work, but I am told they are significant. I'll soon find out myself because I am currently working towards unlocking. Now I know a bunch of people are going to be curious as to how you unlock, so let me give you the secrets of the Force real quick. There are 5 phases of the Jedi unlock, all of which are tracked by the Collection tab. Phase 1 is to do Jabba's theme park, collect 50 badges, and get the 3 Force-sensitive POI badges. Phase 2 is to complete the Jedi Meditate, Jedi Waste Pack, and the Story of Count Dooku collection, all of which have been incredibly easy to farm out myself as loot rates have been increased massively. So don't let that 4 out of 5 holo scare you. Also, you have to complete the Order 66 collection, which is a kill collection of killing 4 different types of Jedi NPCs 50 times each. That also wasn't hard. Phase 3 is the original heroics 10 times each. Heroics have a daily lockout timer, so you can do each of the 5 one time per day. Phase 4 is a Force Shrine collection. All you have to do is visit 1 Force Shrine on each planet and you're Gucci. Phase 5 is the Relics of the Elders collection, which used to be a collection you did in order to get your Elder Robe back in the day. All except for the heroic instances part of this unlock can be done in a single day. The unlock is actually pretty easy. Once you've done that, you get a holocron that you can trade to any of your alts, and using it will consume it to unlock Jedi on that character. Jedi are not only stronger here, but also are subject to saber tef, meaning using abilities and having your saber out will tef you to other players and you'll be attackable. Not only that, but group tef also exists, so dealing with bounty hunters could very well be a group fight waiting to happen. Just an FYI for you pre-CU veterans, anybody in the NGE who participates in PvP can be hunted. There's been so many crazy changes that I find interesting on this server that it's hard to go over all of it. There are still many things I dislike about the NGE, and since it's using the NGE client, it will suffer from certain NGE client problems. However, because of the changes that have been made, I am actually enjoying my time with the server. I realize I have now made multiple videos covering varying servers. To be honest, it was not an intentional direction I thought to take, but I firmly believe that if SWG is to thrive, major changes will have to be made, and servers like this one show a clear attempt to 1. Learn from the mistakes of SOE and attempt to fix them, and 2. Lean into the parts that made SWG great. As long as I keep seeing servers being developed with these 2 basic things in mind, I will keep giving them a try. There are some really exciting things coming down the line for SWG in my opinion. I can't talk about them all yet, but I think we are inching closer to a somewhat glorious revival of our beloved game. If you're interested in hearing about those things, subscribe to this channel so you won't be missing out when they are announced.